Hi, this is Heart of Gold. I'm Paul Chartier. We have friends from the Lexington Children's Theater in studio. To my left is Vivian Snipes, the artistic director. Jeremy Kissling is the associate artistic director of education, and the young lady, Cassidy Gurrell, is a freshman at UK and an alum of the theater. So thanks for being here.
Well, thank you for inviting us. We're thrilled.
The overview, I think by your title we kind of know what you do, but Vivian, tell people where you're located and really what your mission is.
Lexington Children's Theater is right downtown in Lexington, 418 West Short Street, right across the street from the Lexington Opera House,
Yes.
which many people will know. And we have been there in that facility since 1998, and our mission is to create imaginative, compelling theater experiences for youth and their families. We do that in a wide variety of ways. By creating we have a 10-show performance season, all of which happen in our home facility in Lexington. And in addition of those 10, there are 2, 4, 6 which travel to regional locations throughout the state, taking, and beyond actually. We go to Tennessee, Ohio, sometimes to South Carolina. We just, wherever people might be interested in having a quality youth theater production show up. We create 3 different types of shows. We have professional actors in a touring production. Those actors learn 2 productions, then they travel with sets and costumes in a it's now a Mercedes Sprinter. We got a new vehicle. I forget things like this. They travel with 2 shows, one geared to K through 3, one geared for 4th grade and above, so that when they arrive in a school on a morning, they can set up one show, perform for, say, the primary population in the school with that particular show, trade it all over, and perform for the older age groups within that school facility. Then we do professional regional shows, which are all professional actors. They perform on our main stage, but then we pick up everything about that show, including lighting, and we carry that to similar regional sized facilities throughout the state. And then the last thing that we do is one of the things that Cassidy has been exceedingly involved in are our discovery productions. Those are open to anyone in the community that they can audition and come in, if they are cast in the production. It's about a 4 to 6 week, depends on the show you're working on, rehearsal period, and then those perform either in our home facility, and we do 1 show a year across the street in the Lexington Opera House. In addition to that 10-show season, we have an entire education program, which I'll let Jeremy talk about.
Well, with all this theater going on and all the practice that it takes to do it, it sounds like you're taking them out of education to put them in the theater. So how does all that work, that they study with you, but then they still do the schoolwork?
Well, we look at that as it is an education. We know that the arts are so important for young people and what they get from the arts. Our rehearsal periods for our young people generally are in the evenings, from in that 6 to 9 range. And so we were, as Vivian said, anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks we rehearse, and then they do 8 days of school shows for the school populations, and then we also have generally 4 public performances they perform for. But we want them to be in school and up on their schoolwork.
Yeah, and students are required to check in with their teachers and make sure that they are keeping up with their schoolwork and getting things done in a timely fashion. It's part of learning the discipline of our art, because you have to broaden your horizons in many ways, but you must also be professional in everything you do, and we deal with professionalism at all levels.
And it must work because you're a freshman at UK.
Well, actually, starting at UK, I found that the time management skills that I learned through being involved with Discovery Productions has carried over really well, because I do know how to manage my time and how to talk to my teachers, which is something I had to figure out when I was going to school and doing rehearsals, because that's what I loved to do. You figure out how to make it work, and it helps you a lot in terms of communication skills, and you need to sit down, and this is when you do your homework so that you get to do what you want to do later, and it's very helpful.
And you've been in the program how many years?
I was in my first Discovery production when I was 9 years old.
And kind of what track are you on right now?
I'm currently a theater major, and then I'm trying to pick up an education double major so that eventually I can do something in theater for young audiences as well.
That would be fabulous. Vivian, I know we're going to show a clip in a second, but I know the 75th anniversary is coming up. We're going to show the clip and we'll come back and talk about it.
All right.
Let's show the tape.
Every person is an artist in some way, shape, or form, and artistry is not only defined by being an actor or a dancer or a musician or a visual artist. We all have a variety of artistry. So it happens in classrooms, it happens in hallway discussions prior to or post rehearsal or performances. It hopefully permeates the building. Lexington Children's Theater strives to create imaginative, unique, compelling, engaging theater experiences for youth and families. We strive to find the artistry in everything that we do that challenges us as professional technicians and designers to present the most compelling, engaging piece of theater we can.
Young people have that innate ability to just be completely absorbed in what they're doing.
And accept whatever is put before them. Oh my gosh.
And they're open and they're willing to take that risk to share with you like that. And that's, you know, something that's
so brave.
Yeah, and that's just something that you don't find, you can't find anywhere else. And I think that's what I find maybe is the most exciting. You know, someone else once asked me, why do you do this? And I said, well, you know, if you can spend your days making young people learn something, making young people smile, making young people laugh, and making young people see the world in a different way, why would you do anything else? I mean, really, why?
Engaged young people that have benefited our community. What has the theater done for these young people?
Hopefully, we have assisted them in discovering their own inner artistry. It is as a visual artist or a performing artist. Other times it is in their gaining their confidence just to be able to speak. It is in helping them create critical thinking techniques, to be collaborative human beings who know how to respond appropriately, to give constructive I don't want to say criticism because it isn't. What's the word? Constructive ideas to help move to the most creative, inventive response ever. It's also, at least in as we rehearse with them, I am often finding myself, it's history lessons, it's English lessons, you're talking about grammar as you talk about text within a script. You're putting it in a dramaturgical situation. So hopefully we have introduced them to a wide assortment, a variety of things.
And the students that you engage and invite, do you want them to keep on the theater track, or does it matter to just get them involved in something that they love?
Well, we know in our world today that arts education is so important to a young person's development. We know that companies are looking for creative in minds. That is something that we can provide for young people. We can, you know, we are problem solving. We're dealing with situations. We're teaching how to teamwork and how to work with each other. We're teaching thinking outside the box. And those skills are skills that serve any student that come into our program throughout their entire lives. And that's what, for me, what makes it important.
For young people that have been through the program, talk to the camera about why companies ought to sponsor, get involved in donating and contributing and partnering with the Children's Theater.
I think the Children's Theater is an incredibly wonderful organization to donate to because it adds so much to our community. It's an incredible community builder because their discovery shows and their company's programs takes you out of your sphere of your high school or your middle school and puts you in with all these other people that love doing what you want to do. So it's building a new community, and it's creating new ideas and new exciting opportunities for young people and parents too. I think it's an incredible organization in terms of it does help build confidence, and it helps build enthusiasm for what you do, and it helps build critical thinking skills. So it works in tandem with education so beautifully, and it helps build like these beautiful relationships in terms of just, it's a very safe space that it creates, and I think a lot of young people need that space where they feel like their voice is important and valued, and they definitely do that.
And Jeremy, talk for a moment about, to the parents, when you take their children in, what do you want to do with them?
Well, really what we want to do is, I find myself a lot of times working to engage the imagination. And sometimes what happens in our school system is that we are forced to conform, we're forced to think toward what people want us to know rather than what maybe we want to explore. And so a lot of times I really just want to foster that creativity and that exploration in young people. I got involved in theater because I loved the exploration of different worlds. You know, in my time from a young person, I've, you know, Cassie's age or before, you know, I've gotten to learn so many different skills, how to work a loom, how to speak different languages, how to do sign language, there was just so many things that, and I love that, entering another place in another world, and that empathy that creates for me, different cultures and things, and understanding I get. I want to open that up for young people. I want to build tolerance. I want them to understand the importance of celebrating the diversity in our world. And for me, that's what we do.
And you make a great guest on a talk show.
I'm very passionate about what we do.
In everything you do, you're versatile. And Vivian, to close out in the last minute, ask people to partner with the Children's Theater.
There are a myriad of reasons to partner with Lexington Children's Theater, the least of which, not the least of which, we reach over 120,000 students in a year, plus their teachers, their guardians, their parents. So there are many opportunities for them to hear names of companies that come in. There are many opportunities for those of you that are out there to get involved within the organization as well, either as donors and or as volunteers. There's a lot of volunteer opportunity between ushering, and we have some who are working as volunteers that assist us both on stage and backstage throughout the process.
You enrich our community. You make it a better community, not just to attend plays, but to light the flame in these young people to go out and do great things. Cassidy, congratulations. Good luck with a great future. Jeremy, thank you. Vivian, thanks for being on.
Thank you so much.
I am Paul Chartier. We'll be right back on Heart of Gold.